Hello and welcome to another video. Today I'm gonna talk about a little bit about the rebuild we're gonna do over winter and a few upgrades we're gonna do. Let's talk about the upgrades first. That's one of the major upgrades we're gonna do. We're gonna install the surge tank from New Performance. This one's gonna go most likely behind the passenger seat, just because of weight distribution, and it's a good place to install it. It's gonna get in a completely enclosed box, so everything's fireproof. The main reason we're gonna change, or we need to change that, is because we're running out of fuel at roughly 450 horsepower, and so we're gonna need more fuel, and that's why we're gonna do that. We wanted, actually, let me show you. We wanted actually to upgrade the in-tank pump. Yeah, didn't work, or at least it didn't work the way I liked it, and so I decided to install a surge tank from Nuke, and that's what we're gonna do. The goal is to go to 500, 550, maybe even 600 horsepower. The rest of the engine is already built to that, or should be able to withstand that much power. And so, yeah, crazy. We're still talking about the 1.6 liter 3-cylinder engine. So that's one of the major upgrades. Then some smaller ones, like that's exhaust temperature, because I want to add anti-lag to have the turbo for better spool. At least at the full boost map. It's not gonna go in anti-lag for every map, just for full boost. And I want to have exhaust temperature installed, so it doesn't get too hot. Yeah, we're gonna also upgrade the exhaust. We're gonna get a custom one from Aulitsky. That's gonna be a little bit more extreme than what we have right now. And yeah, I think you're gonna like it. That's basically the major upgrades. The rest is just service and rebuilding stuff. One, for example, is the turbo. We cooked that one. I actually don't know yet what's all damaged on it. Most likely it's just the bearing. It was a prototype we built, it's a prototype we got, and they're gonna rebuild it like this or next week. Maybe I know the result before this video airs, and then I'm gonna add something to it. If not, you're gonna see it someday later during the day. Then we upgraded the rear brakes. We just changed the discs to Project Mu. I don't know. They're 600 grams lighter per disc, and they have much bigger internal cooling vanes. I'm gonna show you the video right now. And then we changed the pads again, and also the pads at the front to endless. You can see the difference, which we did one track day on this particular pad at the front at the Nürburgring, and we had like 2 hours of racing time, and yeah, pads are still basically brand new. The reason we changed, I want a little bit more aggressive initial bite, and that's why we changed them. Now it's N35S's at the front and matching pads at the rear. You want to have similar pads at the rear as at the front, because otherwise you're gonna just overbrake one or the other. So that's what we did. And then I also want to drive wider tires. We are now at the 255s with the 45 offset wheels, 9.5s. It's a little bit close to everything. That's why we got to 255s and not 265s. And now we're gonna go to 265s with 7 millimeters of spacers. At the front, it's no issue with the new fenders. It's no issue at all. We have a lot of space, so that's no problem. At the rear, we need to widen the fender or the rear quarter panels a little bit, because I also want to have 7 millimeters of spacers, so we go to an offset of 38. I don't want to buy 4 sets of new wheels, so I just bought 4 spacers. And we also installed, or I also installed longer studs. Let me show you. Here you can see the longer studs already with the spacers and the new brake pads as well. The reason for the longer studs are obviously the spacer. Yeah, you just want to have them on so you have enough tread left for everything. The same basically on the other side as well. And the Project Move discs, as said, the internal cooling is much better than the stock one. It's not really necessary because the stock ones work just fine. And yeah. So at the front, we didn't change that much. They are, as you can see, they are already used. We just checked if they are fitting and everything. And I also did run them at the Nürburgring, and we just changed the pads to the new, just the new brake pad. And we're gonna also add 265s. I already have a set here, the Yokohama Advan 265. They are a little bit wider than the 255s. Actually, it's like 12 or 13 millimeters, so not exactly 10. It's like 12 or 13 millimeters, which they are wider, and it's already also according, or it's different from each tire you use. So the Pirelli Trofeo Rs, they are much wider than the Yokohamas, and so yeah, not ideal. And yeah, we're gonna use them for next year and hopefully get some more performance out of the car. But that's also why we needed the spacers, because at the front we needed to get away from the suspension. And at the rear I already tried 265s. As you can see, it's very, very close to the tank, and that's not ideal. And as well on the outside, the other side here, you can see them as well. Yeah. So we need a little bit more space, and with the spacers, which are gonna take the wheel more to the outside, especially, you'll need more space outside. So we're gonna just take this one a little bit out and should get enough clearance for everything. And that's my current exhaust. As you can see, it's nothing, it's just 4-inch, 3-inch all the way to the back. It's a exhaust from Garage with bits. Works quite nicely. We're just gonna get a new exhaust from here, I think. Yeah, it's gonna get most likely a little bit louder because the car isn't that loud. Actually, it sounds good. I hope we didn't, or we don't destroy that completely. Yeah, and if so, then we're just gonna go back to this one. But we get a new exhaust, and I'm really looking forward to that. I think that's it, basically. Yeah, a little bit more power, a few upgrades, nothing major, just a few upgrades, and yeah. If you have any questions, just let me know in the comments, and thanks for watching. See you next time. Have a good week. Goodbye.